Yuga Labs has released a demo that shows the virtual playground it's been developing for its community. The Bored Ape Yacht Club parent company announced its Otherside Metaverse last year with its Other Deed NFT. Since then, there's been no set date for the actual release, the actual launch of this Metaverse. Danny, I'm going to kick this one off to you. There was a lot of excitement when this was announced, and now it feels like we keep getting these videos, maybe music videos at some award shows. We get these live demos, but still we cannot enter the metaverse. What do you think about products launching these NFTs and roadmaps and then, prolonging the launch of said product attached to that NFT?
Look, Jen, maybe I'm just a jaded, aged 20-something. I probably am, but I will say the graphics of this, the other side that we're finally seeing that we can't even really enter yet, and I don't know if I'll even ever be able to enter it yet because I'm not a Bored Ape holder. It reminds me of RuneScape, which has been around for much longer, already has a very built-out world, has plenty good graphics, and it doesn't have any NFT anything to it. If anything, it has a bit of Bitcoin to it because a lot of people used to buy and sell Bitcoin back in the Bitcoin dark ages by going to RuneScape and drop trading. So I am just not convinced that this is a product that's needed or a product that's valuable to the holders of these NFTs because, I don't know. I don't see it. David, talk me off the ledge. Help me understand.
I'm afraid I can't because it's actually even worse than RuneScape, which is, if this is targeting people who are already holding Bored Apes or really any Yuga asset that's not a CryptoPunk, not only are you going to be playing a version of RuneScape, you're going to be playing a version of RuneScape that is constantly reminding you that you lost $200,000 on your avatar because these assets are all underwater right now, sometimes dramatically so. And so, if you're a holder right now, you don't even emotionally want to engage with this ecosystem anymore until things have changed pretty dramatically. And so, I just don't see, this is, I think, a bigger point about the threat of hype, of bubbles, and of the financial hangover that results, because it's just a scar that you don't heal from if you sell somebody something that you say is worth $500,000 and 6 months later it's worth 20K or less. And I think that does speak to, the financial elements of NFTs have downsides. And I think this is a big one. I mean, we saw it with Axie Infinity last year, where you had a lot of people making quote unquote investments on what turned out to be an unsustainable system, at least currently. And some of these things might come back, and it might be more fun to play with your apes when you aren't constantly being reminded that you lost money on them because Jimmy Fallon and Paris Hilton were clandestinely paid to promote them. But I think right now, just the emotional situation, leaving aside the product, the emotional and financial situation is so bad that this thing is dead in the water,
Yeah, I think the article said that some holders may be getting anxious here, waiting for the metaverse that they bought this other side or this other deed to enter. I think there's maybe a lesson here for developers also, people who are building games, people who are building out these metaverses, before launching an NFT and promising all of these things to people who are buying this NFT and investing in you, maybe launch a minimum viable product and see if people enjoy what you're building, see if people want to be there, and bring the NFT in a little bit later so people aren't waiting and becoming anxious and losing faith. Exactly. And losing faith in your project, losing faith in your leadership team. I think we would see a lot less stories like the ones we cover sometimes on this show if that happened.